All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our brand new session of our segment, which is the ABS, the Analyst Podcast. Bagong-bago lang to kasi before wala tayong ganito, no? Okay, puro tayo mga technical trainings. Pero I realized that we have to build some gap, no? Kasi usually kasi kapag nanonood tayo ng YouTube, ay hindi tayo nakakakuha ng maayos na feedback doon sa mga creator, no? Diba? And suddenly I realized that, okay, why not magtayo tayo ng parang a little bit of mentoring program or coaching session or yep, like this, ask me anything so that the public, the general public could ask, okay, a question doon sa mga mentors, sa mga coaches, okay? And of course, kung paano, kung para matulungan yung buhay nila, no? Paano matulungan ang buhay nila. And I received a lot of question here sa group natin yung Data Analytics Philippines about, eto po yun, is Excel enough to become a data analyst? Okay, may nagkasabi, yes, may nagkasabi na kulang pa yan. Okay, and for today's episode, this is actually episode number 1, no? Pag-usapan natin, the shocking truth, no? The shocking truth, is Excel enough to become a data analyst? So hi everyone, Coach Abs here, and pangarap natin na maging data analytics capital of the world ng Pilipinas, at magagawa natin to kung magtutulungan tayo at sisimulan natin ngayon. And yes, of course, you are welcome here to another episode of Abs the Analyst Podcast, where we simplify data, break industry myths, yan, yung mga gusto natin mangyari, ma-breaks natin yung mga myths natin, and help you build your dream career in analytics. And for today's episode is going to ruffle a few feathers because we are talking about something that is very, 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 very special topic. For every aspiring data analyst has asked at least once this question, no? May nagtanong kasi sa atin, is Excel is enough to become a data analyst? And I get this question almost every week, no? From time to time, from students, from professional shifting career, okay, or even some managers, no, na gusto mag-upskill. So for today, we're going to break it down, not with a hype, okay, but with the truth, and not just a truth, but the shocking truth kung ano ba talaga nangyayari. And for the question, yung root question natin dito, let us start with this question. Yan, sa screen natin, no? A lot of people think about Microsoft Excel is too basic. Yan. Marami nagkasabi na hindi ka magiging data analyst kung Excel yung alam mo kasi Excel is too basic. Maybe some people sinasabi nila, okay, this is a good start, pero hindi ka dapat magtapos dyan. Okay? Pero yan nga ba talagang katotohanan? Malalaman natin sa episode natin na to, no? Okay? Yung question natin yan, yung paniniwala natin na yung Excel is too basic, that is old school. Yan. Maybe before, no, yung mga panahon ng 90s, maybe Excel is napaka-basic. But saying Excel is too basic, that is outdated. Okay? Yan, napaka-basic lang yan. Kasi sometimes ang isip natin or yung mindset natin pagdating sa Microsoft Excel, pwede natin gamitin yan pagdating sa attendance sheet, pagdating sa basic budgeting. But, okay, here is the reality. Ito yung shocking truth about Microsoft Excel. That's why, if I'm going to ask you a question right now, no, right now, na hindi ko kinakailangan na mag-isip na kung ano-ano, no? Kung top of the mind question tayo, are you working in a corporate settings right now? Okay, pwede kayong sumagot ng yes or no diyan sa comment section or dito sa ating chat box natin. Yes, you can. Are you working as corporate employee right now? Or nagtatrabaho ka ba sa isang kumpanya, or are you um working on that company? No, yun, no? This is the first question. So yes or no lang ang sagot diyan, di ba? And think about it. This is the first question na gusto kong itanong sa inyo. If there's one software or Excel tool or tool na ginagamit mo sa trabaho mo, probably gumagamit ka ba ng Microsoft Excel? Yan ang katanungan dito, no? Whether if you are working as sales, finance, HR, 'di ba, admin, okay? The question is, gumagamit ka ba ng Excel? Okay, let me know here in chat natin, no? Let me know here sa chat natin because this is a live podcast. Gumagamit ba kayo ng Microsoft Excel sa trabaho ninyo? Okay? Yes or no sagot diyan? Okay, yeah. Of course gumagamit, 'di ba? Because here's the reality, here's the shocking truth. Every company from small businesses to the big corporations still relies in Microsoft Excel. In fact, even top data analysts and consultant at place like yung mga bigatin na kumpanya, mga top consulting firm tulad ng PwC, still yung mga empleyado nila kahit magtanong kayo, okay, gumagamit pa rin ng Microsoft Excel for quick insights, for data cleaning, or even data modeling. So in short, gaano man kaliit o kalaki yung kumpanya, okay, gumagamit talaga sila ng Microsoft Excel. So meaning to say, kung yung mga kumpanya, okay, gumagamit ng Excel, so it is enough, no? Sapat yan para makapag-start ka ng data analytics. Okay, even us, no, way back when I was in Saudi Arabia, before, no, kami ang isa sa pinakamalaking supplier ng tubig, no, sa buong Saudi Arabia. No, kay Bottled Drinking Water, with that leading, we are the pioneer, kami yung kauna-unahang nag-produce ng distilled water na ibinihaga sa public. And of course, pagdating sa reporting system, gumagamit pa rin kami ng Microsoft Excel. Even though meron kaming system na ginagamit, no, yung Dynamic 365, okay, pero pagdating sa reporting, still gumagamit pa rin kami ng Microsoft Excel. Okay? And ito lang yung gusto kong sabihin sa inyo based from my own experience. Okay? If you master Microsoft Excel at nasa Middle East ka, kung magaling ka sa Microsoft Excel, sobrang galing mo at nasa Middle East ka, whether it's Saudi Arabia or UAE or Qatar, name it. Okay? Name it. Ang tingin sa'yo ng mga katrabaho mo, Diyos. Okay, ganun yun. I have experienced that, and yung Microsoft Excel, yan yung naging sandata ko para magpalipat-lipat ng kumpanya. No, kumbaga pag nag-a-apply ako sa mga kumpanya gamit yung Excel skills natin, ay hindi tayo nahihirapan maghanap ng trabaho. Kasi yun ang isa sa pinaka-in-demand, especially pagdating sa Middle East. So if you are into Middle East, diyan ka nagtatrabaho or target mo na pumunta, no, mag-Saudi or pumunta ng Middle East, I think that Microsoft Excel is something na dapat mong gawing arsenal, no, bilang tool, okay, not just a data analyst but in general, no, mapa-accounting ka man, mapa-HR, yes, of course, gumagamit talaga ng Microsoft Excel. Okay? Bakit nangyayari yung bagay natin, yung mga gatong bagay? Why? No, why? Because Excel is accessible. Okay? Malamang sa malamang, okay? Malamang sa malamang ay pag binuksan mo yung PC mo, anong tools ang meron ka dyan? Sige nga, let's be honest, no? Anong tools ang meron ka sa laptop mo o sa PC mo? Diba meron ka ba dyan mga advanced tool? Tulad ng SQL, ng Python, ng R, ng Tableau, Power BI? Of course. Okay, malamang sa malamang, mayroon kang Microsoft Excel dyan because Excel is accessible. Okay? Another one, Excel is powerful. No? Bagamat hindi natin nakikita ano ba yung kayang gawin ng Microsoft Excel, pero mamaya ipapakita ko sa inyo ano pa ba yung pwedeng gawin ng Microsoft Excel. Okay? Excel is so powerful. And of course, Excel is extremely versatile when used in the right way. Okay? Napaka-versatile ang Excel natin kapag ginamit natin to sa tamang pamamaraan. And of course, sabi dito, no, sabi niya, hindi ko napapangalanan ng Bono, but si L, no, sabi niya dito from Saudi, no, from Saudi. So L, I will not say your complete name, no, para for your own protection, no, data privacy. Nasa Saudi ka at usually ano yung ginagamit nyo sa company ninyo in terms of accounting, HR, sales or whatsoever, no? Ano ginagamit yung tool sa mga reporting system natin? Okay, let me know ginagamit. Ayan po, Excel po. Di ba? O, galing tayo dyan. Alam ko yan, no? Alam ko yan kasi galing tayo dyan. Okay, so Excel, bakit ito ang kadalasan na ginagamit talaga? Small or big company, okay, kahit yung mga leading consulting firm tulad ng PwC, okay, because Excel is accessible, okay, pag may laptop ka, kadalasan, minsan kasama na dyan yung Office, di ba? Yung Excel, napaka-powerful yan, napaka-versatile yan, lalong-lalo na kapag ginamit mo ng tama. So in other words, doon sa katanungan natin, no, sapat na ba yung Excel para makapagsimula sa data analyst? Yan. Ang hatol ko dito, if you're just starting out, okay, eto yung katotohanan, here's the truth. Excel is enough to start learning data analytics fundamentals. Ulitin ko Excel is enough to start learning data analytics fundamentals. But yan, meron tayong big but dito, no? There's a big but. It is not enough to stay competitive in the long run. Okay? Sapat na Excel para makapagsimula ka, pero hindi yan competitive in the long run. Okay? Papatunayan ko with my own experience because this podcast is not just AI generated but based on my personal experience. No, sabi ko nga sa inyo, no, way back when I was in Saudi Arabia, okay, Excel talaga ang ginagamit namin. And kahit magpalipat-lipat ako ng kumpanya, okay, a day before bago ko magtapos yung contract ko sa isang kumpanya, nakakahanap tayo ng trabaho, no? So 3 kumpanya ang nalipatan ko sa Saudi Arabia, okay? And I worked in Saudi Arabia for almost 10 years. Okay? A decade of work and most likely Excel talagang ginagamit. So I make lots of money using Microsoft Excel way back when I was in Saudi Arabia. Okay, even when I started this company, yung startup natin na EdTech, no, we have a DSA, Data Science Analytics. Sa Excel lang talaga kami nagsimula. Okay, some people think about DSA, akala ko ba Excel lang kayo, pero bakit ang laki ninyo na ngayon? Okay? Yes, of course, nagsimula kami sa Excel kasi dala na rin yan ng aking 10 taon na karanasan sa Microsoft Excel. Ano pa mga bang i-offer ko sa public? Siyempre, yung mastery ko. Okay? Yung mastery ko. But habang tumatagal, okay, medyo tinatalo yung DSA ng other competitor because the other competitor offering some other courses like Power BI, SQL, Python. And dumating din tayo sa point na dahil Excel yung offer natin, nakipag-tie up tayo sa isang international company. Okay? The leading distributor ng mga data analytics course. Yes, of course, meron tayong ka-tie up ng ganun. With SIMA-MOA, Memorandum of Agreement with SIMA contract that we will help them to market that. Okay? Yung mga product and services nila. No, because they have a Python which is we don't have. They have a Power BI which is we don't have also. They have SQL, which is we don't have, and they have an AI, which is we don't have. So nakipag-partner pa kami, no? And habang tumatagal, lalong tumitindi yung competition. Okay, lalong tumitindi yung competition and to the point na hindi na natin to kaya. Okay, we have to expand our skills, we have to expand our offer, and that is the time also na nag-aral na rin ako ng Power BI. Okay, nag-aral na rin ako ng Power BI. And now, okay, to cut the long story short, okay, DSA is not just offering Microsoft Excel, but we're offering a full data analytics course. No, we offer Power BI, we offer MySQL, okay, Python, and now yung pinaka-latest natin is we have a Tableau. Yun yung pinaka latest offer natin. And way back before, no, nung nagsisimula pa lang akong maghanap ng trabaho dito sa UK as a data analyst, okay, ang alam ko lang talaga is Microsoft Excel. 3 years ago, exactly, no, 3 years ago, okay, naghanap tayo ng trabaho sa Microsoft Excel. And to be honest, okay, sa katanungan na, sapat na ba yung Excel para maging data analyst ka? Okay, the answer is you can start, but hindi ka magiging competitive enough. Kaya nung nag-apply ako, ang mga kasabayan ko has masteral, okay, kasi yung mga ang dito kasi sa UK, ang ginagawa ng iba, no, ang ginagawa ng ibang tao, pumupunta dito para mag-aral ng master's degree, then naghahanap sila ng trabaho part-time. Okay, part-time, mga 20 hours per week, yun yung maximum allowed. Okay, at yung mga kasabayan ko, ganun. 'Di ba? Ganun ang ginawa. May mga master's degree. Isipin mo, no? Okay? Sino ba ako na pangkaraniwang nilalang? Eh, hindi naman mahina. Okay? Hindi naman mahinang nilalang, pero pangkaraniwang nilalang na walang alam na mga data analytics tools tulad ng Tableau, Power BI, tulad ng ganyan, which is yung ginagamit namin sa company ngayon, okay? Makikipagsabayan sa mga taong may karanasan, may master's degree na ang nagbigay is UK government or UK school. 'Di ba? Anong laban natin? That's why when I applied, okay, in the job post as data analyst, alam yung ano yung sagot? Okay, hulaan niyo, no? Ang sagot is okay, the shocking truth, hindi po ako natanggap bilang isang data analyst na bagamat magaling tayo sa Microsoft Excel, bagamat halimaw yung kaalaman natin sa Microsoft Excel, hindi ako natanggap. Okay? Because the shocking truth is that Excel is enough to start your career, but not enough to stay competitive. So nag-undergo pa ako, no? Nag-undergo pa ako ng sabihin natin na entry level position. Okay, I started as admin, data administrator, then saka pa lang ako na promote no, as a data analyst nung mga panahon na gumagawa na ako ng mga BI project, yung mga Power BI projects. Okay? So para sa atin, no, sa mga marunong sa Microsoft Excel, yes, continue doing that. Okay? And of course, mag-add din kayo ng ibang skills na talagang hinahanap sa industry tulad ng Power BI and Tableau, and you can add SQL or Python sooner or later. Pero kung ako man tatanungin, no, sapat para magsimula, okay, sapat para magsimula, pero hindi sapat para makipagsabayan talaga in real world. Okay? So, yun, no? Aral-aral din pag may time. Okay. Ngayon, ang tanong dito, kung hindi sapat yan, I mean, kung sapat yan para makapagsimula, pero hindi sapat para makipagsabayan sa real world, ang follow-up question natin dito, hanggang saan mararating ang 20 mo? Hanggang saan makararating yung Excel? Okay? Saan tayo dadalhin ng Excel? Okay? So, maging patas lang tayo dito kasi ang purpose natin dito ay hindi iangat si Excel as a tool o ba data analyst at hindi ibaba yung Excel pagdating sa data analytics tool. Maging patas lang tayo. Okay? Okay, pero nauna na tayo, meron tayong naunang insight, no? Excel is enough to start learning data analytics fundamentals but not enough to stay competitive. Okay? Sapat pero may kaunting kakulangan. Okay? Pero the next question here is that gaano kalayo ang mararating natin gamit ang Microsoft Excel? Okay? Kasi meron tayong commutation, no, na ang Microsoft Excel is that basic lang yan. Kunti lang yung pwede natin gawin diyan, napaka-limited yan. Pero yan nga ba talagang katotohanan? Malalaman natin ngayon. Okay? If you know Excel deeply, kung talagang malalim ang kaalaman mo sa Microsoft Excel, and a lot of people says that magaling ako sa Microsoft Excel, alam na alam ko yan. We have a 7 years of experience about that. No, 7 years of experience. Some people claim that they have 10 years of experience in the Microsoft Excel. But if you ask your question, ano ba yung potential na kaya mong gawin sa Excel? If you look at their output, oh my God! The shocking truth, ang tagal mo na sa Microsoft Excel, pero parang basic pa rin yung kaalaman mo. Kasi kung kilala mo talaga si Microsoft Excel, kung malalim ang pagkakakilala mo sa kanya at malalim yung kaalaman mo, malalim yung skills mo, mas marami kang pwedeng gawin sa Microsoft Excel. Because Microsoft Excel is not just a advanced formula tulad ng VLOOKUP. O sige, mas advanced pa ako. Index match. Sige, mas latest formula ako. XLOOKUP. Something like that. Hindi lang ganyan ang Microsoft Excel natin. Because Microsoft Excel is a powerful tool for data analytics. You have to ask this question. And a lot of people, no, I'm sorry to say this, no, I'm sorry to say this. May mga training provider that I asked them help kasi nga we expanded, na dito ako sa UK, hindi ako makapag-training sa mga company, no. Isa sa mga limitation nila is hindi nila magamit yung advanced features ng Microsoft Excel tulad ng they do not know the Power Query, they do not, or sometimes they know but basic lang ng Power Query. Okay, Power Query. And pagdating doon sa data modeling and pagdating doon sa data analysis expression, which is yun yung hinahanap ng client, okay, some training provider na kinontak ko para mag-handle on my behalf, I'm sorry, hindi namin to kaya. Okay, kasi ang cover lang namin is yung basic to advanced, di ba? So, kung bagang may kakulangan. So, even though if you are claiming, okay, whether you are a training provider or you are a Excel user, di ba? Okay? Dapat, kung talagang malalim ang pagkakakilala mo sa Microsoft Excel, dapat kaya mong gamitin yung tinatawag natin na Power Query, okay? Yung Power Pivot, yung data modeling, and yung ating data analysis and expression. In short, kung ano yung kayang gawin ng Power BI, kayang-kayang gawin yan ng Microsoft Excel. Okay? And one good thing about it is that, no, pag binuksan natin yung courses natin dito, no, let me show you something like this. Okay, this one is we have here, no, sa Excel Data Analyst Professional Certificate natin. Discover the fundamentals. Okay, it covers the Excel Associate. Okay, it covers the advanced formula in Microsoft Excel here. And of course, pagdating dito, okay, syempre, basic na yan. Yung pivot table, almost everybody can use it as a data analytics tool, di ba? Pero pagdating dito, ito yung dapat nyo pang matutunan. You have to advance yourself, okay, so that pwede mo matutunan in advance yung Power Query. Okay, Power Query, aralin mo yung data modeling at saka yung DAX or data analysis and expression. Because all of this is the powerful tool na kayang gawin din ng Power BI. Okay? So instead using Power BI, you can use yung Power Excel natin. Ang tawag ko dito is Power Excel. Okay? And of course, okay, yung Power BI natin, yung Power BI bago pa yan pinanganak. Okay, bago pa yan pinanganak, nauna munang gamitin ni Microsoft Excel yung Power Excel tulad ng DAX, yung data modeling at saka yung Power Query. Ulitin ko ha, bago pa man pinanganak yung Power BI, nauna nang ginamit ng Microsoft Excel yung tinatawag natin na data analysis expression, okay, yung data modeling, yung Power Pivot at saka yung Power Query. Siya muna ang naunang gumamit niyan. Okay, nag-branch out lang. Kung baga, ang ninuno, ancestor, ang ninuno ng Power BI, which is the most powerful tool pagdating sa BI, the leading BI tools nowadays, okay, according to Gartner Quadrant, tama ba? Gartner Magic Quadrant, no? Okay, Power BI is the leading. Okay? Ang ninuno niya is sa Microsoft Excel. Maybe, ito yung dapat nyong itanong sa sarili nyo. Gaano ka ba ka-advanced gumamit ng Microsoft Excel? If you do not know, master yet, the Power Query, the Power Pivot, the data modeling, the data analysis expression, maybe, hindi mo pa ganun lubos na kilala sa Microsoft Excel or hindi mo lubos na naggamit ng 100% yung Microsoft Excel. So let me ask you right now, are you advanced Excel user? Okay? Masasagot natin yan sa tanong na, kaya ko na bang gamitin yung mga advanced features ng Microsoft Excel tulad ng Power Query, data modeling, okay, Power Pivot and DAX? Pag hindi mo nasagot yan ng oo, wag mong sabihin na advanced ka na sa Microsoft Excel kasi kulang na kulang pa yung kakayahan mo in short. Okay? So hindi yan pahabaan na experience. This is not about gaano kahaba ang experience mo sa Microsoft Excel. It's about ano ba yung lalim ng kaalaman mo. Hindi ito palaliman ng kaalaman. Okay? Kundi palaliman. Okay? Hindi paramihan na. This is not because marami ka alam. Okay, that's good. Marami ka. Pero ang tanong, may lalim ba yung skills mo? If it's not, meaning to say, hindi mo pa siya kayang gamitin ng gusto. Okay? So in short, kung gusto mo talagang mag-expand pa yung skills mo sa Microsoft Excel, you have to learn yung mga advanced talaga, yung Power Query, okay? Power Pivot, data modeling, yung data analysis expression because it will give you a good insight tulad ng sa Power BI. Okay? So yes, Excel can definitely get your first analytics job if you master it well and how to apply this in a real world problem. Okay? Yun po yun. No? Kasi halimbawa, you have a data pulling from the web. Oh my God, paano mo yung gagawin sa Microsoft Excel? Excel can do that actually. Excel can pull the data from web. Paano kung galing yung data mo doon? Di ba? Paano pag binigyan ka ng boss mo, your data comes from the third party software, katulad ng Salesforce. Gamit mo Microsoft Excel. Oh my God, hindi mo kakayanin 'yan. Kung pangkaraniwang nilalang ka lang na gamit yung Microsoft Excel, hindi mo magagawa 'yan. But because of Power Query, okay, you can pull out the data from Salesforce. What if dumating ka sa punto na gusto mong i-connect yung Excel to MySQL, 'di ba? Or sa SQL Server. Kaya mo ba yung gamitin ng pangkaraniwang Microsoft Excel? Of course, you cannot do that. Okay, you cannot do that. And yung mga sinabi kong skills na yon, na pulling the data from the web, pulling the data from SQL, pulling the data from third-party software or application tulad ng Salesforce through API or application program interface, okay, ang makakagawa lang yan, walang iba kundi itong Microsoft Excel. Okay, hindi yan kaya ng pangkaraniwang Excel. So wag mo kung pagmalakihan, okay, wag mong pagmalakihan yung bossing mo o yung client mo that you have master Excel kung hindi mo alam yung mga bagay na yon. Di ba? Okay, I think that sa mga nag-aral sa amin ng Microsoft Excel, isinama ko talaga to. Okay, isinama ko talaga tong part na to because the reason why ayokong may left behind yung mga learners natin. Ayoko na pag nag-apply sila ng trabaho, okay, sasabihin nila advanced ako sa Microsoft Excel, pero hindi nila makuha yung full potential ng Microsoft Excel. Di ba? Kaya sinama talaga natin yan. So another one is that I think pwede mo ring aralin yung VBA. Pero VBA kasi is more on programming. If you are into data analytics, alin ba dapat mong unahin? No? VBA programming ba? O yung macro programming? VBA stands for, by the way, sa mga for our context, no? VBA is Visual Basic Application na gumagamit ng Visual Basic Code. Okay? That is from basic, no? Bigyan kayo ng ano, no? Okay? So we have here, okay, VBA, ibig sabihin is, okay, Visual Basic, okay, application. VBA ang tawag natin dyan. No? Yung application natin, kunin natin ng ganito. Okay? Application. No? What happened to my application? Okay, yan po yun. At yung basic natin dito, yung hindi ibig sabihin na basic, talagang basic lang talaga or fundamentals, no? May ibig sabihin kasi yung basic. Yung basic kasi, ang ibig sabihin niyan is beginner, all-purpose, symbolic, instructional code. Yan ang ginagamit na code language ng basic, no? QBasic, Quick Basic, Visual Basic Application o VBA, VB6, 6.0, saka yung VB.NET, lahat sila gumagamit ng basic code, which is beginner, all-purpose, symbolic, instructional code. Okay? Medyo close to human language yung pamamaraan ng pag-code natin dito. Okay? So but the question here is that, ano ba yung dapat nating aralin? Okay? Kung data analyst tayo, VBA ba? Or yung Power Excel? Okay? Power Excel. If you are into programming, okay? If you're into programming, VBA ang aralin mo. Okay? Pong programmer. Kasi programming language to, no? Pero, Power Excel ang gagamitin natin if you are data analyst. Kasi ang purpose ng Power Excel is to pull out the data from different source like Salesforce, from web, from database SQL, like that, no? And you have to clean that using Power Query. You have to clean that using Power Query. And you have to model the data like that, no? You have to model the data. And of course, na para magkaroon ng calculation, you have to use DAX. And the pivot table of it, is what we call the Power Pivot. So I think ito yung mga dapat nating aralin if you are into data analysis, because someone will ask, okay, gustong maging data analytics, no? Or gustong maging data analyst at ang gusto niya i-master ang BBA. Are you okay? Yeah, of course, you okay with that? Pero I think that is sa mga kailangan nating gawin ngayon is bigyan natin ng tamang guidance yung mga nakikinig sa atin, because that's the purpose of our podcast. 'Di ba? Ang purpose ng podcast natin ito is to inform. No? The purpose of our podcast is to guide you ano ba yung dapat nating aralin para hindi tayo maligaw. So, ang hatol ko dito, okay, how far Excel can take you? Malayo, especially kapag na-master natin itong mga bagay na to. So ngayon pa lang, if you want to be good in a Microsoft Excel, you have to master the Power Excel. This include Power Query, okay, data modeling, and DAX, and of course yung Power Pivot. Are you okay? So, kung gusto nyong i-master yung Power Excel natin, comment Power. Yan, comment Power Excel. Okay? If you really want to master this at gusto nyong sundan yung mentoring program natin, comment Power Excel. Okay? Kung gusto nyo, no? Kung gusto nyo talagang malayo dumating para sa atin. Okay? Yun po yun. So, right? Yan. Tingnan ko dito. Yes, of course, meron na, no? So, Power Excel, do it. Kasi sabi natin, kahit mag-aral tayo dito ng gusto, kahit anong sabihin ko ditong insight or wisdom, kung hindi kayo mag-take ng massive action, nothing will happen. So, master this one, and mas malayo ang mararating ninyo. Okay? So, ganyan kalayo ang pwede nating marating. Okay, another one here, no? Yung another question natin dito or follow-up question natin. Okay? Kailan ba nagkakaroon ng limitation si Microsoft Excel? When Excel becomes limiting? Okay? Ito yung pinaka-turning point natin, no? Okay? Here's our turning point. Once your datasets grow, yan, sobrang dumadami yung data natin, di ba? Ay, balik ko na dito sa ating ating main page natin. Kapag dumadami yung data natin, no, once you start dealing with millions of row, multiple sources in complex business question, okay? Excel start to break. Diyan na ngayon pumapasok yung Excel na biglang nagko-close. Have you encountered that? Maraming data, tapos nag-close yung Excel ko. Nagka-crash yung Excel. Isn't it? Okay? Sino ba naka-encounter ng ganon? Mga Excel user dyan. Okay? Have you encounter na you are using large amount of data, large data set, tapos biglang nagko-close yung Excel natin? Or sometimes sobrang bagal ng Excel natin. Kaya some people ask, no, ano ba yung pwede natin gawin para pabilisin yung Excel natin? May maraming ganon. At dyan na ngayon papasok yung iba't ibang tools natin. Okay? Yan. Ano ba yung mga limiting? Yan, pag sobrang laki ng database. Although, Microsoft Excel can handle data, millions of data because of Power Query. Pero pag sobrang laki na kasi, nalilimit na talaga tayo dito. At dyan ngayon papasok yung limiting natin, which is, kinakailangan nating mag-aral ng iba pang software. Okay, tulad ng, Power BI. Okay, yung ano tayo dito Power BI. Okay, that is yung aralin pa natin, Power BI. Okay, or pwede natin gamitin yung Tableau. Kasi ang purpose nito, ito ay mga BI tool. Okay? Business Intelligence Software na pwede nating magamit. Mga BI tools sila. Ang primary purpose nito is for dynamic dashboard, okay? And storytelling. Yan talaga ang pinaka-purpose nito, no? Story. Okay, storytelling. Yan. Yan dalawa, ito yung pinaka-nangunguna. Pwede rin kayo mag-aral, okay, Tableau, or yung isa pa, no, yung pinakasikat, meron tayong Looker. Okay, ang Looker is from Google Looker Studio. This one is from Microsoft. Okay, Tableau is from Salesforce. And of course, yung Looker naman is from Google. So lahat sila mga BI tools na ang pinaka-purpose natin is for dynamic dashboard and storytelling. So another one limitation ng Microsoft Excel is that yung shareability. No, yung shareability, no. Once kasi i-share mo yung buong file mo sa Microsoft Excel, kuha lahat ng data. Kuha lahat ng data, no? Kasi sometimes the data should be in Microsoft Excel. Isa yun sa mga rules na sinusunod natin. Okay, isa pa, kung gumagamit kayo ng API or yung Application Program Interface, makakasama yan doon sa Excel mo. And yung vulnerability ng security ng software mo, yari. So this means, once you share the Microsoft Excel file kung sino man na pagbabagian mo, ini-expose mo yung security ng buong system mo. Okay? Anyone could get the data from that API included. So hindi talaga siya maganda pagdating sa security. So therefore, you can use Power BI pagdating sa hindi lang dito sa dashboard design kasi Excel naman could do a dashboard eh. Ang pwede kong i-add dito is yung security. Okay, yung security. No? Kasi nga, once you share Microsoft Excel doon sa client mo, okay, or kung sino man, yung API or yung Application Program Interface, pag nakuha niyo yung link niyo noon, okay, yari, damay-damay lahat. Okay? So yan po 'yon. So another one, if you are querying large database, no? Although sabi ko nga, yung Power Query, pwede siyang kumuha mag-connect directly dun sa database natin tapos kunin niya yung data, i-pull out niya agad-agad. Pero kung millions of rows, babagal talaga yan. That's why, dyan pumapasok yung tinatawag na SQL or SQL. No? Ang pinaka-purpose nito is for querying large databases. Yan, databases. Okay? So, paano ba ito query? Ano ba yung purpose ng querying natin? So, sometimes, hindi natin kinakailangan i-pull yung lahat ng data natin. Ibig sabihin, hindi lahat ng data natin kukunin natin doon sa database natin. Okay? Pwede mong gawin dito, halimbawa, yung kliyente mo nagre-request sa isang branch, for example, US branch. You can only get the US branch by pulling out using SQL statement. No? Ang gusto ko lang kunin is US branch. The other branches, okay, hindi kasali. Tulad ng branch natin sa Canada or sa German, okay, or sa New Zealand or sa Australia or sa UK, hindi kasama. Pwede mong gawin 'yon. Pwede mong rin gawin dito sa querying natin is that, for example, if you are not into a daily transaction level because you are interested into month, pwede mong i-summarize dyan by monthly sales. Di ba? So, mas magaan yung database natin. Halimbawa, meron kang sa sales mo, meron kang sabihin natin 100,000 sales in a granular level, 'di ba? Yung daily talaga, daily level, meron kang 100,000. Maybe sa monthly, mas kaunti 'yon. So that is the purpose of SQL, no? I-query mo para pag pinasok mo doon sa Microsoft Excel, mas magaan yung dataset mo kasi mas kaunti yung number of rows natin kasi it's already summarized. Already summarized, already filtered, and you only get what matter most. Kung ano yung kinakailangan mo. For example, if you are into a product analysis, you don't need to include the customer level. Kasi product ka lang naman eh. You can query that according to product. No? If you're looking for branch analysis, maybe you have to query your data by branches only. O yan po yon, okay? And of course, no, although meron naman mga some automation si Microsoft Excel tulad ng Python, no? Kasi Excel now can use Python as integrated script. Pwede po 'yon. Pwede na ngayon. Nowadays pwede na, di ba? Pero still may limitation pa rin. Okay? Kaya diyan ngayon pumapasok yung programming natin tulad ng Python or R. Okay? Itong dalawa na to, ito yung pwede natin gamitin dito. Okay? Ang purpose nito is for automation. Yan, for automation. So kulang na kulang si Microsoft Excel pagdating sa security. Yan, kulang sa security, kulang na kulang sa Microsoft Excel pagdating sa security, kulang na kulang si Excel pagdating sa querying ng large databases. Okay, kulang na kulang si Excel pagdating sa automation. So yan yung mga limitation ng Microsoft Excel natin. Hindi pwedeng palitan ng Microsoft Excel ang bawat functionality nito. Kasi ito, mga dedicated software na ginawa para gawin ang specific task. Power BI, Tableau, Looker, ginawa yan, paggawa ng dashboard, na bagamat kaya ng Microsoft Excel, but ultimately para sa akin yung security. 'Di ba? Mas secure ito kasi sa Power BI meron tayong iba't ibang security. Meron tayong row level security, 'di ba? Meron tayong static RLS, meron tayong dynamic RLS which is para talaga yun dito para hindi ma-view yung mga data na gusto mo ipakita, no? Yan 'yon. Hindi pwedeng palitan ng Microsoft Excel yung SQL because ang purpose talaga ng SQL natin is to handle large data and of course to query large databases. 'Di ba? Hindi pwedeng palitan ng Microsoft Excel yung Python kasi Python in R is a programming language in Microsoft Excel is not a programming language. Na bagamat may Python integration sa Microsoft Excel, pero totally hindi kayang palitan ito. So in short, Microsoft Excel has a limitation and para ma-overcome natin yung limitation na yon, we have to learn some other tools and specific tools, the tools that designed to perform specific tasks. Okay? So far, yan yung reason kung bakit kami nag-upscale from Microsoft Excel alone into something more powerful para maging full-fledged data analyst talaga tayo. Way back before, in my story behind of it, okay, hindi sapat yung Microsoft Excel para maging data analyst, pero sapat yung Microsoft Excel para makapasok ako as a data administrator. But when I add Power BI into my skill, doon pa lang ako na-promote as a data analyst. 'Di ba? Pero malamang sa malamang may sasabihin sa atin dito, no? Kasi Coach Abs, no, sa BPO, ang title ko is data analyst. Yan, ito i-debunk natin 'to, 'di ba? Data analyst, 'di ba? So ibig sabihin po, tapos ang gamit namin Excel lang. Excel lang yung gamit natin. The reality is, data analyst ba talagang trabaho mo? Because sometimes, ito no, napansin lang ng iba nating mga katropa, 'di ba, ng mga ka-data gumpay. Okay? Ang title, sila mismo nagsasabi, hindi ako because I don't have experience about BPO, hindi naman ako nag-BPO, pero ito sinasabi nila, no? Coach Abs, o doon sa group natin sa Data Analytics Philippines, you can see na may mga post ng ganun. Data analyst yung job title, no? Job title, okay? Naka-caps lock yan para intense. Okay, Excel lang ginagamit nila, pero, okay, eto ano yung trabaho. Data entry na may kaunting data analysis. Tama? BPO tayo, Ganyan ang nangyayari, no? Data entry na may counting data analysis. Pero ito nga ba talaga ang trabaho natin bilang isang data analyst? If you are a full-fledged data analyst, yung data entry usually labas yan sa'yo. Labas sa trabaho ng data analyst yung data entry. O maybe data entry operator could do, di ba? Kasi ang trabaho natin bilang isang data analyst is to pull out the data. Wala na tayong usually yung pakialaman doon sa data entry. Pull out the data from source, okay, clean, model, di ba? And analyze and then visualize. Yan ang trabaho natin. So ito yung naging trabaho. At yung iba nagrereklamo, no? Data analyst nga yung title, pero most probably heavy loaded sila sa data entry and data management, which is hindi talaga ang trabaho ng data analysis. So yan yung nagiging mapait na katotohanan. Pero of course, if you are into BPO, tapos meron kang job title na data analyst, maximize it. O, I am a data analyst from a former job. So ang gawin mo na lang siguro, even though Excel, as master mo yung Excel, sabi nga ng iba, di ba? Balikan natin yung question natin. Are you really master the Excel? Did you use Power Query, Model, DAX in Power Pivot? If not, you have to improve your skills. No? So yun po yung mapait na katotohanan. Pero there's nothing wrong naman kung ito yung trabaho mo. Basta yung importante, nag-a-analyze ka ng data, that is a good starting point. But if you really want, okay, to excel in a data analytics, gusto mo mas maging matagumpay ka, mas malayo yung marating mo, you have to overcome the limiting functionality of Microsoft Excel. And with that, you can learn and master Power BI, okay, or Tableau or Looker, whichever prepare na gusto mo. You could master here yung SQL, and you could master the Python or R for automation because this one is a programming language. Okay? So yun po yun. Okay, now, ano ba yung real example natin dito? Okay, real example natin. The real example, the real world example. Let me give you a quick story of mine. Okay? Once again, ako ulit, no? Kasi hindi ko naman, wala naman kasi nag-send sa akin ng live story nila, no? How Microsoft Excel transition into become a data analytics. Okay? Yan. So ito yun, no? So, before, gaya sinabi natin, di ba? I worked in Saudi Arabia for 10 years. And we use Microsoft Excel sa task namin talaga. And ang isa sa pinakaunang ginawa kong program, okay, nung nag-start ako ng data analytics career natin, and this one, okay, ito yung pinakaunang-unang ginawa ko. This is a mimic model. Pinalitan ko yung mga data, okay, into something na kahit ipakita ko sa public, hindi nila makita yung totoong sales talaga namin. Okay? So ito yung pinakaunang-unang ginawa kong program sa Microsoft Excel. Okay? Ito yun, no? Whereas meron tong dalawang functionality, the dashboard itself para makita namin yung sales namin, which is, okay, ito pinalitan ko na lang to yung South, North, Central, West, and East because, lakihan ko nga siguro para mas makita natin ang gusto, no? Okay? Let me make it full screen mode maybe. Lakihan natin. Yan, no? Yan. O itong South, North, Central, West, pinalitan ko yan. Ang ginawa ko dito, that's the branch wise, no? The branch wise. All channel, okay, that's the branch wise here. Region to, Jeddah, okay, Makkah, Taif, Medina, Riyadh. Something like that. Okay? Pinalitan ko lang ng ganun para hindi nila makita yung sales ng Makkah, ng Jeddah, okay? But the head office is in Jeddah. Okay? Ito mga channel na to almost close enough. Okay, healthcare, okay, traditional trade, direct selling, tapos modern trade, wholesale, tapos yung X factory. Almost dito. Ito pinalitan ko din yung mga tao nito, yung pangalan ng tao so that I could see it something like this. Kung saan region, anong channel, actual sales and target. Ang pinaka-purpose ng dashboard natin ito is to measure kung na-hit ba ng salesman yung kanyang target. So as of this moment, for example, September here, we have only 94% achievement. So meron tayong 6% na deficit. Meron pa tayong 6%. The question is, paano natin ma-achieve yung sales natin ng ganito? Okay? So yung other version nito, meron tong comparison between last year because if you work into sales, usually ang target mo dito, no, you have to compare your target versus last year. You have to compare your actual sales. Okay? No? You have to compare your actual sales versus last year, same period. Okay? You have to compare target versus last month. And you have to compare your period doon sa sales target talaga. Di ba? So, yung sa pinaka-target mo. And you have to compare your actual sales doon sa forecast natin. Yung forecast nag-a-adjust depende sa takbo ng sales natin. So, yung isang version nito merong ganon. Pero ito syempre, ito lang yung pinapakita ko. And it has capability to change yung mga month natin. For example, here, August, like that. Okay, this is June. Okay, June, na-achieve natin yung target natin. Okay, July is na-achieve natin dito. 103, nakalampas sa target natin. We have August, yes, we achieved like that. In September, not full data, pero ito yon. No? 94, meron pang allowance. No? Ito actual natin, ito yung target natin dito. Nandito rin yung number of routes namin. Okay? Nandito yung number of routes natin. Ito yung nagagawa ng routes, no? Average sales per route. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung comparison na to, ang ginagawa namin dito sa kapag bumaba yung sales mo doon sa average na kayang gawin ng isang route, something went wrong. So we have to call out that salesman, bakit mas mababa yung sales mo kumpara sa average na kayang gawin ng iba. Okay, di ba? Yun. Ito yung pinaka-purpose. So, ang pinaka-purpose is to measure kung makikita namin na kaya ba namin ma-achieve yung target, yes or no. Pag hindi, ano yung pwede namin gawin na action plan so that ma-achieve namin yung target. At isa yung sa mga trabaho ko. Okay, at nami-measure natin dito by branch, okay, by channel, by salesman, tapos yung trend namin dito. Okay? Sadyang pinalitan ko lang yung data, and this one is dynamic. Hindi ako gumamit dito ng pivot table, hindi ako gumamit dito ng slicer. This is all hard-coded. Okay? All not hard-coded, all advanced formula. Okay? At itong dashboard natin na to, pinamimigay ko to ng libre. Okay, ulitin ko pinamimigay ko to ng libre, no charge at all, sa lahat ng nag-take nitong course namin na to. Ayan. So sa lahat ng take ng MS Excel Data Analyst Professional Certificate, this template, I provided this 100% for free, libre. Unlock yan, pwede mo masilip kung paano ginawa yung code. Okay, yung sales dito, di ba? Yung target dito, nandyan nakalagay lahat dito. At ito yung ginamit ko na index para sa mapping ng menu natin dito. Tapos ito yung analysis. Lahat yan, naka-manual formula as you can see something like this. No? Tingnan mo to. Lahat yung manual formula. Okay? Dito ako nagsimula ng data analysis. So, kaya wag mong sabihin sa akin na magaling ka sa Microsoft Excel if you cannot create a dashboard that provide impact. At ang pinaka-impact namin dito, napalago ko yung sales ng kumpanya, no, around 8 to 12% year over year na sales increase. At ito yung reason kung bakit hinahanap-hanap ako ng boss ko. Dahil sa kalaman ko sa Microsoft Excel, gumawa ko ng dashboard na kaya mag-monitor ng sales ng buong company at kayang tansyahin yung achievement rate namin. Okay, ma-achieve ba? Yes or no? Pag yes, wala na akong pakialam sa kanila, na-achieve yung target namin eh. If not, we do strategize, nagbi-meeting yung buong team, nandoon ako sa meeting na yon, kasama yung sales director, kasama yung mga sales manager sa bunan portion, at nagpaplano kami on how we're going to achieve the deficit of 6% for the month of this one. So ito yung ginawa natin dito. So sapat ba yung Microsoft Excel for sa data analysis? Sapat kung tutuusin. Sapat yung tool na to. Okay? And of course here, eto meron tong by salesman dito. Yeah, pwede mong i-enter dito yung salesman natin dito, no? So whatever the salesman here, for example, kunin ko dito, 100, for example, 16, for example like that. So ito yung sales performance niya. Okay, yan. So up to November here, ito yung sales performance. Pwede mong masilip yung sales ng bawat tao. Okay, basta alam mo lang yung salesperson code, all good para sa atin. All you have to do is to enter the salesperson code. Example, let me check here. 1081. Okay. So that sales from Francis Ambassador. Okay. Region niya is South. Channel is Healthcare here. Ito yung month to date natin dito. Ito yung month natin. Ito yung actual sales. Ito yung target. Papapasin mo dito yung achievement. So kitang-kita natin kung may mga buwan na hindi na-achieve si Francis, di ba? May mga buwan na na-achieve yan dito and a lot of things. At ito yung trend niya. Di ba? Meron tayong option to do this, no? So this one, dashboard could monitor the entire sales of the company and could monitor by salesperson. Meron pa ang ginawa na to by manager, okay? Na parang ganito, okay? Other manager, kita nila kung sino yung tao dyan, and yep, of course, marami pa. No, isa lang to sa mga sample na ginawa natin, and I created, Okay? Okay, a dozen of projects para sa sales team namin. So question dito sa mga sa mga nakikinig na no, sa nag-comment doon sa group natin. Advance ako sa Microsoft Excel. Advance ako sa Microsoft Excel. Let me tawag dito. Ibalik ko tong question ko itong sa iyo no. Okay? Okay, so anonymous post. Advance ako sa Microsoft Excel. How far I can go with data analytics career gamit yung Excel natin. Here is the question. Kung kaya mo nang gumawa ng dashboard katulad ng ganito na mag-monitor ng health ng isang company at tutulong sa kumpanya to achieve the goal, kung anumang goal na yon, is either increase revenue, improve efficiency, di ba? Cut costs, something like that. I think that malayo ang mararating mo kasi all you have to do is to use that domain knowledge and it could be transferable sa Power BI. Kaya hindi naging mahirap sa akin na mag-transition into Power BI kasi dati pa man, gamit yung Microsoft Excel, gumagawa na ako ng dashboard. Okay? At natutulungan ko yung kumpanya. That is the first project that I have ever created using Microsoft Excel. Is that okay? So ngayon, ito yung pinaka-tip ko sa inyo. No? This is the ultimate, the real world example. If you really want to be good at Microsoft Excel, okay, ilang workbook ba ang source nito? May katanungan dito, no? Ang source nito is number 1 is employee. Kasi we have to measure yung ito. Yan. Employee tab. Okay? Tapos, syempre, yung sales tab natin. Pero by employee ito, walang by product. Sales tab natin dito. That is the second source natin. Tapos yung target namin dito. So, ang nangyayari dito is that ang system na to, meron kaming data from Dynamic 365, ini-import, tapos pinapasok sa Microsoft Excel, nilalagay ko dito sa sales. Okay? Tapos yung target nito is manually pinoprovide ng manager, okay, ng sales director, depende sa input ng manager. So this one has a 2 inputs. Number 1 from the system, yung sales natin. Number 2, yung target natin dito, which is coming from manual input. So I integrated that and I created like a model like this. Wala itong data modeling, walang DAX dyan, walang Power Query. All puro mano-manong formula katulad ng ganito. So source natin dito to answer that question, we have 3 sources. Employee, which is almost same lang naman to, hindi naman to nagbabago. Not unless magdagdag kami ng panibagong manpower. Okay, sales, galing sa system. Yung employee namin galing sa HR. Okay, galing sa HR. Okay, galing sa HR yung employee list. Sales, galing sa system. Sa Dynamic 365 namin at CRM. And yung target, manually input Excel to na pinrovide ng managers and I have consolidated it into one single na ganito. So in short, okay, nagawa natin to. So ngayon, babalikan ko kayo, no? If you are thinking about advance ako sa Microsoft Excel, meron akong 7 taong karanasan sa Microsoft Excel. The next question that I have to ask you, can you create a dashboard that could really provide impact to the company and help the organization? If the answer is no, wag mong ipagmalaki na advance ka sa Microsoft Excel. No? Wag mong ipagmalaki na advance ka sa Microsoft Excel kung wala kang alam sa iba pang features. Okay? So, ito hard-coded lahat. Okay? The second features na ginawa ko sa Microsoft Excel or project na ginawa ko, I release it into the public. So by the way, ito nga pala yung, munti ko nang makalimutan, kung gusto mo talagang mag-transition into data analytics, kahit Microsoft Excel lang, gumawa ka ng isang project na pwedeng makatulong sa company mo. Okay, using Microsoft Excel. If you are into corporate settings, kasi yun ang ginawa ko talaga. No? Wala naman nagpwersa sa akin na data analytics. Okay? 10 years ago, okay, nung nagsisimula pa lang tayo dito, no? Wala naman nagsabi sa akin mag-data analytics, but ito yung gusto ko talaga mangyari, no? Kasi that time, yung trend kasi ng data analytics, pa-postbong pa lang 'yon. Okay? May dumasa yung speed ko that one of the highest paying job for today or in the next 10 years, 20 years is data analytics. At hindi ako nagkamali na mag-aral ng data analytics because it makes me millionaire. Grabe, no? Okay? Nadulas, no? Okay? My first million, I make first million in trading. Okay? Pero ganun talaga, million lang yon. But I made My first multi-million earnings, data analytics. Data analytics, yun talaga nagbigay sa akin ng multi-million. And all started with the idea of Microsoft Excel. And to be honest, okay, ang pinakamalaking yung career high ko pagdating sa Microsoft Excel, I launched one single Excel course and I made 1.7 million pesos. Yun ang pinaka-highest, no? Nung binirekout ko yun, sabi ko, grabe. Yung sales ko sa Microsoft Excel, 1.7 million pesos. Dineliver ko, okay, 6 meetings of delivery of courses. Ganun katindi. So if I could make money something like that, maybe you can too. Diba? And all of this is only a Microsoft Excel. No? Kung baga kanya-kanyang diskarte. Kasi dito, sometimes ang labanan is not just a tool, but yung impact, yung value na kaya mong i-provide. So bottom line here, okay, real world example, this is what I did. Walang halong kemerot, no flap. This is the dashboard that I've created in my previous company in a Delta Water Factory. Ang pinakamalaki, okay, the leading distributor of bottled drinking water in Saudi Arabia. 'Di ba? Yun, ginawa ko 'yan, 'di ba? Another one yung ginawa ko dito is I help trading community because I'm into trading also. I created this kind of journal. Okay? This kind of journal, no? And itong journal na to, meron siyang kakayahan na mag-record ng trades natin and to analyze, to pinpoint saan ka malakas. Okay? Saan ka malakas, no? This journal, okay, pinapakita dito, anong strategy yung malakas ka? Okay, anong strategy yung mahina ka dito? Okay, and we have performance month by month. Pinapakita rin dito yung distribution mo. Okay, how is your trades statistic, 'di ba? Mga talo mo, mga panalo mo, kitang-kita natin dito. Pati yung equity curve pinapakita rin dito. Pero ang pinaka nagustuhan ko dito sa ginawa ko, ako mismo na hype, 'di ba? It has what we call the journal. I mean itong terminal. Okay? Meron tayong terminal na kung saan pag-click mo ng update terminal, okay? Pag-click mo ng update terminal, it will pull out the actual price from the Philippine Stock Exchange and load it here into our program. Diba? Yun, no? Pag-click mo ng ganito, terminal na to, pak, magre-refresh siya, ilo-load niya yung data niya dito, i-update yung price natin dito. So meron ka bang nagawang project na ganun sa Microsoft Excel? You are telling me that you are so advanced, you have experience of 7, 10 years of experience in Microsoft Excel? Did you ever have created a program that automatically pull the data from other sources? So ito, Philippine Stock Exchange, PSE mismo. Kinuhugot niyo yung data. Diba? At yung ginagamit kong pang actual price dito para live yung trading natin na to. Diba? And this one also has a 10,000 downloads plus during the first 3 months of release. At dito ako nakilala, okay, pagdating sa trading community. Some people, okay, sobrang hanga kasi grabe tong tao na to. Okay, yung journal na pinapabayaran, worth 5,000 pesos or 10,000 pesos, di ba? What happened is that, okay, pinamimigay ko to ng libre. And that time, when I release a trading courses, biglang tumabo at doon ko nakuha yung first million ko. A combinations of mentoring program in a trading, okay, and meron akong isang trade na sobrang pumutok, okay, sobrang ganda at doon ako tumabo ng pera. That's the reason why I made my first million in trading. Pero bottom line, Microsoft Excel pa rin. Because dahil nakilala ako because of this I release. No? So, payo ko lang din sa mga nakikinig ngayon in our podcast. Okay, kung gusto mo pang lumayo pa sa Microsoft Excel and with the real world example, it is something like you have to create something, okay, na pwedeng makatulong sa community. Mas makikilala kayo. But people nowadays, ay, teka muna, hindi ko magbibigay ng libre. Bakit ako magbibigay ng libre? Pinaghirapan ko to. Di ba? But believe me or not, this is not about keeping or gatekeeping what you have, what you know and what you have created. It is about sharing, okay, empowering, and providing value to the community. Okay? Providing value to your client, providing value to your customer, providing value to your employer. Kasi pag nagawa mo yon, if you provide value, money is only a byproduct of it. Okay? The reason why kahit matagal na kami magkahiwalay ni Bossing, hinahanap niya pa rin ako, Okay, hinahanap niya ako para gawin yung ibang projects niya. Sabi ko, boss, I'm sorry, nandito na ako sa UK, hindi kita matutulungan dyan. Diba? Oh, because yung pagsasama namin ni Bossing, di ba, is that nagbigay ako sa kanya ng magandang output. We have created this. Okay? Kung bakit tayo nakilala sa community, sa trading community, because I have provided value something like this na nakakatulong. And ito po yun, no? Kung gagawa kayo ng dashboard, kung gagawa kayo ng project, wag niyong gawin for the sake of ano lang ba? For the sake of project completion, okay, for the purpose show off. Wag ganun. Napakababaw nun. Kung gusto mong maging makilala, okay, bilang isang magaling na data analyst, provide a program that would help people. No? Provide a program, a dashboard, an app that would help people and provide value. Because the more you help people, the more you provide value, money is just a byproduct of it. Yun ang sekreto ko. Sinabi ko na sa inyo, di ba? Then the third one that I created here is ito. Okay? Yan. And believe me or not, ito pinamimigay ko to sa public for free. No? I am giving this for public for free. But, okay, bigyan ko kayo ng malaking big but. Recently, I sell it courses na to kasi actually itong project natin na to is worth 5,000 pesos yan, no? If I open this one and I'll go here sa aking Analytify here. Okay, because we have e-commerce for templates. Then you go here. Okay, ito yon template natin na to. That is 499 pesos to. Diba? Pero pinamimigay ko to sa public. Pero recently, I have reactivated this one. Okay, I have reactivated this one. I sell a course, o ito no, yung 1,000 plus ready-to-use Excel templates, okay, in Get Training with certificate for free. The Ultimate Excel Bundle Pack. So stop paying 2,000 pesos for basic Excel course. Get everything you need to master Excel for only 899 or even for free. O, diba? And guess what? This launch na to, itong launch ko na to. Okay, kasi ito yan, meron kang money manager, meron kang 1,000 Excel plus dito, may bonus ka na Excel training dito. Okay? The total cost, the total value of this is 15,000 pesos. Pero price of today, binigay natin ng 899. So bakit ka magbabayad? No? Bakit ka magbabayad ng 2,000 pesos para sa basic Excel? Eh eto, 'di ba? Meron ka ng ganitong klaseng dashboard, money manager. Okay? Meron ka pang ano pang kasama dito, 'di ba? Meron ka pang kasama dito na ito, no? Meron ka pang kasama na 1,000 Excel templates. Okay? Meron ka pang training na may certificate. 'Di ba? Only 899. And ito lang oh, ito lang. I launched it 5 days. 5 days campaign. And I made semi-passive income of 13,000 pesos. Bottom line, Microsoft Excel. Real world, yes of course. No? So maraming bumili nito, Okay? Let me check here, no? Let me check dito sa ano ko, no? For the month of 5 days campaign, I made 13,000 pesos semi-passive. Wala akong ginagawa kasi nandiyan naman na yan. So I will try to open this one, yung Google Sheet ko dito. Then Analytify. Where is my Analytify? Okay, Tableau, exam. Kasi nag-enroll sa exam kami. SQL, Power BI. So dito yung Analytify. Hindi ko mahanap. Analytify. Let me search na lang siguro. Hindi ko mahanap. Natabunan kasi. Dami kasing sales ngayon. No? Okay. Pero yeah, of course. No, hindi ko mahanap. No? Pero yeah, I remember I made 13,000 pesos semi-passive. No? Templates. Nagbibenta ako ng templates. So I think that is really big example. Saan nga ba dadalhin ka ng Microsoft Excel? Okay? And real world example, wag naman puro DSA, no? I just want you to meet yung Rocket Sheet. Si Rocket Sheet, ito yung dating kasabayan ko when I started in Microsoft Excel. The reason why, kung bakit ako napunta sa data analysis using Microsoft Excel, kung paano ko nabuo yung trade journal na to, okay, yung trade journal na to, okay, dahil sa kanya. Okay? And this, as you can see here, yung Rocket Sheet dito, kung sisilipin natin dito, ang binibenta niya, puro yan Microsoft Excel. Okay, package training journal here, structured training journal which is $80 here. We have ultimate training journal here with $64 here. No, $44 para sa management bundle here, no? Document control dashboard here, no? $20, 'di ba? And a lot of things dito. Itong ginagawa niya, 'di ba? At kung titingnan, no? Meron siyang 23 products using Microsoft Excel and he makes money from it. So in short, pwede ka palang magtayo ng sarili mong startup, pwede ka magtayo ng sarili mong kumpanya gamit yung Microsoft Excel lang. 'Di ba? Because this one, no? Nung nilaunch ko to, I made 13,000 pesos. Walang kahirap-hirap. I launched it, okay? No ads, no employee, 'di ba? Ito lang, just Excel bundle and I make ito. Okay? Nirun ko lang 'tong mag-isa. Hindi ko na inasahan yung buong team ng DSA, but I made passive income, semi-passive. 'Di ba? No? And I will gonna launch it from time to time, no? Kasi tapos na 'to, no? Wala nang offer dito. I-launch ko na lang 'to by end of the month. Halloween Excel bundle. Okay? So yun po yun, no? Sa real world, 'di ba? Ito din, no? Kay Rocket Sheet, 'di ba? Purong Microsoft Excel and he makes money from it. 'Di ba? In short, ano yung pipigil sa iyo para gumawa ng template and sell it to the public? Because the reason why kaya ako nabuo itong Analytify, no? Analytify, we're selling template here but not just Excel but also Power BI. Pero syempre Excel pa rin ang pinagmulan nito. Okay, because I get inspired to Brian Dawe. A big shout out to Brian Dawe. Brian Dawe is so good in Microsoft Excel, siya talaga yung hinahangaan ko. Kung paano siya mag-create ng trading journal, siya yung inspiration ko. No? Kung paano ako nag-create ng Analytify, our own e-commerce to sell template, siya yung inspiration ko. Siya yung inspiration ko. Pero tandaan natin, okay? Pagdating sa inspiration, pagdating sa motivation, no, especially sa motivation natin, di ba? Motivation. Alam ko na motivate kayo, no? Alam ko na motivate kayo to create your own template, to sell it to the public, di ba? Pero tandaan natin, ang word na motivation is composed of two things. The word motivation is composed of two things. That is motive, dapat may motibo ka, and the other word is action. May motibo ka na gawin yung isang bagay at mag-take ka ng action para mangyari isang bagay. So the motivation is towards motive plus action. Okay? So when I get inspired, okay, when I get inspired with Brian Dawe with the Rocket Sheet, I do take an action. I have a motivation that I will create a journal and I will give it to the public and I took action. So yun lang siguro ang kinakailangan natin dito. Ngayon magtanong kayo dito, sino dito ay magagaling sa Microsoft Excel na may mahabang karanasan kuno na hindi na nag-improve? Na pag sinilip mo yung kanilang output, parang baliwala, parang pangkaraniwang nila lang. Don't be like that. Okay? Don't be like that. Don't be like a guy, no, na napakaraming karanasan, napakahaba ng karanasan, pero hindi nag-i-improve. Because to be honest, this is not hindi yung pahabaan ng karanasan. If you're telling me that you have 7, 10 years of experience in that particular job, wag mo kong pagmalakihan ng ganyan. Why? Because it's only, okay, 7 years of XP pala ha. 7 years of XP, no? Ganun, no? You don't have 7 years of XP kung walang nagbago. What you have is 1 year XP repeating. Tama ba? Repeating 7 times. Yan ang meron ka. 7 taong karanasan nang walang nagbago, yun at yun pa rin yung itsura mo. Hindi ka nag-improve? No. You have 1 year of experience repeating 7 times and no growth. And that is the purpose of our podcast here. No, the shocking truth of Microsoft Excel. Sinabi ko na sa inyo, no? Kaya wag niyo sabihin na magaling ka kung walang nagbago sa buhay niyo. No? 7 years XP walang manifestation, 7 years XP walang improvement sa ginagawa mo. 7 years XP walang lalim yung kaalaman mo, still hanggang doon ka lang sa advanced formula and you don't know the advanced Excel like programming, no, like Power Query. Wag ganon. Wag ganon. Wag tayong magano. Wag tayong magsettle sa ganong klaseng mindset. Okay? Just take action, improve yourself, at malayo magagawin natin. Malayo mararating natin. Okay? Malayo mararating natin. No? Because DSA alone, okay, wag kumbaga kahit hindi tayo lumayo sa mga examples natin, DSA alone could make multi-millions in Microsoft Excel. 'Di ba? Whether it's selling templates, whether it a bootcamp course, whether it a corporate training. Pero yung strength namin is selling template kami and we are into corporate training. Not corporate training. Into bootcamp. So, doon kami. No, corporate kasi hindi ko masikaso kasi wala ako sa Pilipinas. Pero kung nasa Pilipinas ako, malamang sa malamang, okay, puro corporate yung customer namin. But since wala ako sa Pilipinas, wala tayong magagawa. Ina-outsource ko lang yung corporate trainings namin. 'Di ba? Naghahanap ako ng training provider na mag-handle on my behalf. 'Di ba? So saan nanggaling yung force natin, yung majority of income natin? Okay, number one is syempre sa mentoring program. Okay, and number two, okay, we made selling template doon sa passive income namin. So kung kaya ng DSA, kung kaya kong mag-launch ng sarili kong templates tulad ng ganito, okay, asa na yung natin dito? Where's that? May ultimate bundle course tulad ng ganito. Okay, kung kaya mag-launch ni Premium Excel, which is si Brian Dawe, is sa mga tinitingnan natin, classes na halimaw pagdating sa Microsoft Excel, malamang sa malamang kaya nyo na rin. So ito lang para sa akin ang isa mga batayan natin. We have three things, okay? Three things kung para masabi natin na master mo ng isang bagay. No, three things lang para sa akin. Number one, kaya mong ipaliwanag yung mga bagay-bagay, okay, na kasing level kung sino man yung mentor mo. Kung baga meron kang skills na tatapat sa kung sino man yung master mo. Number one yun. Okay, number one. Okay, number two, kaya mo nang paliwanag yung mga bagay-bagay sa mga in a layman's term o in a layman's terms. Kung kaya mong paliwanag na mas magaan sa ibang tao in a layman's terms, wag naman sa bata, no? Kasi people said that dapat ipaliwanag mo sa 5 years old, so sa 5th grade or something like that. Pero para sa akin in layman's terms, no? Kung kaya mong ipaliwanag sa layman terms yung topics mo or yung skills mo, kaya mong ipasa, all good para sa atin. Okay? Number three na parameters natin para masabi nating master natin ng isang bagay is that kaya mo nang gawin ang isang bagay successfully. Kaya kung hindi mo kayang gumawa ng ganitong klaseng dashboard, ganito kaganong dashboard, I don't think huwag kang magmalaki na master mo isang bagay. Di mo kaya eh. Analytics, Excel, di mo kayang gumawa ng ganito kaganda, huwag mo kong pagmalakihan. Di ba? Kasi hindi mo talaga master yan. Hindi mo kayang gumawa ng ganito, ayan, ganyan kaganda, huwag kang magmalaki na master mo isang bagay. Okay? Ano pa ba? Okay? Eto, ganito kaganda, di mo kayang gumawa ng ganyan, huwag kang magsabi na master mo isang bagay. Okay, that is number three. Pero bigyan ko kayo ng bonus. Para masabi natin na master natin ng isang bagay, okay, yung skills mo, you have to convert that into money. Okay? Dapat, yung skills mo, maging pera. No? Maging pera. Kasi aminin natin sa hindi, nandito tayo ngayon, okay, nandito tayo ngayon para magpayaman. Di ba? Nandito tayo ngayon para magkaroon ng extra income. Kahit sabihin natin yung mga basketball player, mga pro, naglalaro sila not because gusto nila yung sport. Of course, gusto nila yung sport na gusto nila. Okay, walang problema. Gusto nila yun eh. Di ba? Nothing wrong with that. Pero, at the end, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, makes money from basketball. Di ba? Yung mga boksingero, naglalaro sila para masaktan? Kasi passion nila yun? Hindi. Because they master the niche, they make money from it, tiba-tiba sila. Di ba? Manny Pacquiao, no? Floyd Mayweather, something like that. No? Ano man larangan ng piliin natin, whether it's our passion, okay? Nagagawa natin yung mga bagay-bagay, na-execute natin ng maayos, ng may kaayusan, ng malinis, okay? Maayos, okay? I-consider natin yung pang-apat na reason. Okay? Para masabi natin master natin ng isang bagay. Dapat, nagiging pera yung skills natin. And for how many of you here na nakikinig sa podcast natin na sinasabing, uy, master ko yung Microsoft Excel. Di ba? Ang galing ko dyan. 7 tanong karanasan, 10 tanong karanasan yung kakagawa ng Excel. But the question is, how much money you make with your Excel mastery? Okay? That is the next question. So, ibig sabihin, kung hindi magmamanifest, okay? Yung hindi magmamanifest yung skills mo, yung knowledge mo, that is a trivia. And life is not a trivia. Hindi ito paramihan ng kaalaman. Okay? Dapat mag-manifest. Okay? Yan. The shocking truth of experience with no growth coach. Yan. So, wag po tayong gano'n, no? Tagalan natin sa Excel, pero walang growth. Hindi, no? Kung gusto nyo talagang magaling sa Microsoft, sundan nyo yung sinasabi ko dito. Okay? Make money from it. Offer your service to the public. No? Help people. Okay? Make money. If you make money, then you can upgrade yourself sa ibang courses kasi yun ang ginagawa ko. Di ba? Kasi pag may pera ka na madaling gumalaw, madaling bumili ng mga courses, madaling bumili ng mga tools, ng mga automation. Di ba? May pera ka eh. No? Maraming bagay kayang masolve ng pera. And yung growth mo, it become more exponential if you have what we call padulas. Ano yung padulas mo na yun? Yung kinikita mo based on your skills. In all of this, I built DSA gamit lang yung skills ko sa Microsoft Excel. Diba? Of course, nakakatulong yung pagtuturo ko kasi I was a former IT instructor way back na Philippines. Almost a decade din ako nagturo. Diba? Nakatulong. Pero maliban sa pagtuturo, ano pa ba yung kaya kong ituro sa public? Of course, Excel. Diba? And I level up. Okay? Excel is not enough when I land first job here at UK. Data admin, yes, pasok. Pero because of that, na-limit tayo, na-promote lang tayo nung na-master natin o na-aral natin yung Power BI. Doon pala nag-skyrocket. Okay? So yun po yun, di ba? So yan yung mga sample natin dito. As you can see, this is a real-world example kung saan kayo dadalhin ng Microsoft Excel natin. Okay? So I think that we are good to go here. So final thoughts tayo dito. No, how to land data analytics job here. All right? No? Final insight, how to land a data analyst job. Let's wrap up it with some real talk. Pero ipakita ko to, no? Yan. Okay? No, landing your first data analyst job isn't about knowing every tool. No, it is not about alam ko to, alam ko na yan, alam ko yung ganito. It's about demonstrating impact. So as you can see here, no, Brian Dawe, okay, Rocket Sheet, no, makes money by selling templates. Me also, I make money from teaching people in Microsoft Excel. I make money from selling template. The purpose of this is providing impact, no? Because the more you provide impact, the more you show what you can help to the people, no? Kung bakit hinahanap-hanap ako ni bossing kahit nasa UK na ako because I provide value, I provide impact to my previous company. Why people is looking at me as a mentor, as a data analyst because, okay, Excel pa lang sapat na para makagawa ko ng dashboard or makapag-provide ng impact. Di ba? So yun po yun. So this is about demonstrating your impact, no? Because hiring manager, mga managers natin, hiring managers, don't care if you know 20 function in Excel. Alam ko yung VLOOKUP, alam ko yung index match, wala silang pakialam doon. Gaano man karami yung formulang alam mo. Ang pinaka-importante dito is how you can answer business question. Just like the example of this, okay, this program or this dashboard answering yung question natin na ma-achieve ba natin yung target natin, yes or no. Kung hindi ma-achieve, ano ang pwede natin gawin na planning so that we can achieve the target. Okay, yun po yun ang sinasabi ko dito, no? Walang pakialam yan kahit gaano yung karanasan, kahit gaano kahaba yung karanasan mo sa Excel, kahit gaano karaming formula yung alam mo. Ang importante dito, okay, you can answer business question with your data. At dapat, okay, meron kang value na kayang i-provide. Okay? So by that, ang payo ko na lang sa inyo, no, number one, so that you can land a data analyst job is, if you're using Microsoft Excel, okay, stop with that. Yan na muna ang pagpraktisan natin. Pwede kayong gumawa ng project para sa boss ninyo or sa department ninyo. Okay? Your employer will notice that. Okay? Pwede kayong gumawa ng project na pwedeng ibigay sa community, na makatulong sa community. Okay, yun, no? So, kasi yung dalawang bagay na yung ginawa ko yan. I made a project for my company, for my boss, and I helped my company. I made a project na makatulong sa community. Okay, yun po yun. Okay? And of course, I made a project that I could make money from it. Okay? So ano yun? Yung project natin na Ultimate Bundle Pack, yung templates natin, binebenta natin, and I make 13,000 pesos in 5 days, passive income, nasa 2,500 pesos per day yon. So saan mo hahanapin yan? So I think yan po yun because your dashboard should be clean, and answer specific business questions, something like that. And of course, presentable enough. Presentable enough. Okay, kahit hindi man ganong sobrang kagarbo, pero kung presentable yan tulad ng ganito, okay, tulad ng ganito, okay, my second dashboard released to the public, tulad ng ganito, I think that sapat yun para makagawa ka, no? And of course, start making money from it. And of course, pwede kayong magsulat sa LinkedIn ninyo. Okay, you can update your LinkedIn about the project you're telling this one. Okay, pwede kayong mag-publish sa community that you are delivering pre-templates or dashboard so that people may notice you. Okay, kasi yun lang naman talaga yung ginawa ko talaga. There's no secret with this. Okay, yung journey ko sa Microsoft Excel, no secret, no secret. So because ang nangyari lang, I started with the one, okay, for my company. I start releasing to the public something like this and something like this and helping people. Then, saka pa lang ako nag-start ng making money. Imagine, no? This was developed 2019. Okay, this was developed as early as 2019 or 18 or 17, something like that. Mas maaga pa, di ba? Ito, late lang ito na-develop. Pagkarating ko sa UK, I think 2020. Okay? Yun. Pero, nag-start ako sa DSA is around nasa 2022 na. So, meaning to say, before I offer mentoring program, okay, Excel program to the public, I already make money in a Microsoft Excel by providing to my bosses like this, 'di ba? By employment, no? Hindi ako yung tipo ng tao na biglang sumulpot tapos nagturo ko agad, no? Mahabang karanasan ko sa Microsoft Excel. I already did this. I already made this. Okay? I already made this before I jump at a conclusion na ay magtuturo ako ng Excel. So in short, okay, before ka mag-all out sa public, make sure na meron kang ibubuga, no? Kasi sabi natin, you cannot give what you don't have. Paano ka magpo-provide ng value kung ang kaalaman mo sa Microsoft Excel ay basic lang, 'di ba? Tapos sinasabi mong advance, marami ka naman palang hindi kayang gawin. Sinasabi mong advance pero hindi ka makapagbigay ng insights, ng impact, ng value sa customer mo. So hindi dapat ganon. So with this, I think that we have to end this podcast because as time na pag-usapan natin up to 9:30 p.m. So it's already 9:30 p.m. and now I will open the table for our Ask Me Anything. Okay? Magbibigay ako ng 10 to 15 minutes of mentoring program to our community. So if you have any question, okay, drop it here sa ating chat box or you can drop the question dito sa ating comment section natin at sasagutin natin yan. Pagkakataon nyo na to kasi this is a live mentoring program at wala kayong mahanap ng ganito. And if you have some time here, okay, please join to our group here. Okay, I think that I have to open DSA or DAP. Okay, and you can drop your problem here kasi yung mga topics na pag-uusapan natin sa podcast ay galing din naman dito. Okay, and every time that some people asking about the Microsoft Excel, okay, this content, ito yung ipo-forward ko so that they can understand about the Microsoft Excel. Okay, so yeah, let me know your question here sa drop sa chat box natin or sa chat box natin. Okay? So let me go here. So yan, the shocking truth of multiple years of Excel experience with no growth. Okay, import using PQ. Yan. I think that if you want to learn about import using PQ, if you open our YouTube channel here, okay, check here yung sa ating videos, maghanap kayo dito. May mga tutorials tayo dito. Web scraping to MS Excel Power Query. Yan, meron tayong ganito, 'di ba? Paano mag-import using Power Query? Nandiyan 'yan. Available 'yan dito. Available sa public yung ating trainings about Microsoft Office Specialist, Excel Associate, at ang ginamit namin na standards content dito ay yung domain knowledge and skills ni Microsoft. Okay? Microsoft mismo galing yung ating syllabus ika nga. And a lot of these, no? Meron yan dito, no? Marami yan dito. Hanap lang ng Excel dito. Hanap lang ng Excel diyan. Marami yan diyan. Okay? So kung paano 'yon, no? Yan. I think that anong dataset gamit natin? Okay? Anong dataset gamit natin? Punta tayo dito sa group natin, of course. Okay? And you can open this. Okay? And dito sa ating file section, there's a lot of dataset here. Ito mga dataset dito, pwede natin itong gamitin. Okay? Pwede natin gamitin. Okay? Okay. Yan. So, ano pa ba? No? Dataset, pwede kayong kumuha sa Kaggle. Okay? Government dataset, pwede kayong kumuha ng ganon. Pwede kayong kumuha sa Maven Playground. Silang lahat pwede nating paggamitin, no? So dito, no, may question dito, apply aspiring data analyst in disaster risk reduction in management office, hoping to get some insight. Kung ang purpose mo is risk reduction, disaster, di ba? I think that you can get a data set na may kinalaman sa mga disaster, no? Halimbawa, maybe not natural, pwedeng iba, no? Halimbawa, no, yung traffic, New York traffic data set. Okay, traffic accident o New York accident data set. Try natin to accident data set. Yan. Try natin to, no? Yan. New York traffic accident, pwede mo tong tingnan. Oh, kasi risk din naman yan di ba? Motor vehicle collision crashes, NYC open data. Mga open data to na kung saan pwede nating makuha, no, yung dataset natin, no? Lately lang may nag-post about doon sa lindol na nagaganap sa Pilipinas. That's very timely. Pwede mong kunin 'yon, 'di ba? Yung earthquake sa Pilipinas, mayroong dataset na ganoon. Pwedeng typhoon, pwedeng COVID dataset kasi yung disaster natin not necessarily pagdating sa natural calamity, pwedeng pandemic, pwedeng human-made disaster tulad ng traffic or sabihin natin accident collision, something like that. Yan siguro yung pwede mong tingnan na dataset. No, work on it, then create a dashboard for this, whether it's Microsoft Excel or Power BI or Tableau. Ang pinaka-importante dito, dapat makita nila yung insights mo. Okay? So sana magawa mo yan, Jeff. Okay? So kung nakikinig ka man yung ganyan, Jeff, kung nandyan ka pa, yan yung pwede mong gawin. Kumuha ka ng dataset sa iba't ibang source and do different way. Okay? Iba't ibang klaseng scenario. Pandemic, human-made risk tulad ng accident or natural disaster tulad ng typhoon, earthquake or whatsoever, 'di ba? Yan mga ganyan. Pwede mong gawin 'yan, no? So, ano pa ba, no? Ito pandemic lang, meron na dito, 'di ba? Halimbawa, COVID-19, no? COVID-19 dataset. Yan, pwede 'to. O, 'di ba? Nasa Kaggle 'yan. O, pwede mong gawin 'yan dito, no? Okay? So, yan siguro yung pwede mong kunin. Yan, para magawa mo, no? Okay, ano pa ba dito, no? Coach, part ba ng pagiging data analyst yung paggawa ng spreadsheet na ready to use sa mga stakeholder, example inventory? Okay? Ang trabaho natin talaga is gumawa ng dashboard. Okay, gumawa ng dashboard tulad ng ganito. Pero sometimes yung level ng operation, sometimes kasali tayo doon. Okay? Dapat familiar tayo. For example dito sa inventory, no? So for you to be able to create a dashboard for inventory analysis, so dapat naiintindihan mo yung proseso kung paano yung inventory process natin. Because without the domain knowledge about how inventory, paano ginagawa yung inventory na yan, hindi ka makakagawa ng dashboard. So you have to participate in that particular operation so that maintindihan mo ng mabuti. No? Yun po yun. So halimbawa, if I don't know about the finance team, I mean financial domain, no? Yung mga debit, mga credit na ganyan, yung mga KPIs na ginagamit sa finance, kung hindi ko alam yan, hindi ako makakagawa ng tamang dashboard para mag-provide ng insights. Ganon din sa HR. Kung hindi ko alam yung mga metrics na ginagamit ng HR, hindi rin ako makakagawa ng dashboard na patungkol sa HR. Similarly, ganon din yan. Sa sinasabi mo na if you want to create a dashboard for sales, di ba? So dapat alam mo yung proseso ng sales. Alam mo yung proseso ng mga KPI kung paano kinukumpute yan. Alam mo yung impact ng bawat KPI na meron tayo. And ang paggawa ng dashboard, kasi sabi mo dito, may inventory, may supervisory, tapos may sales supervisor. So hindi ka pwedeng gumawa ng dashboard na lahat-lahat nandyan yan. You have to pick a specific problem or a specific department or a specific process. Meron kang dashboard para sa inventory, para sa warehouse, supply chain. Okay, yan sila yan. Okay? Meron kang dashboard para sa supervisory, kung pang HR man yan, go ahead for HR. No? Meron kang separate dashboard para sa sales, which is ganun po yon. Kaya kung minsan, ang isang data analyst, hindi lang naman isang dashboard ang ginagawa niyan. Marami. No? Kasi bawat proseso, usually, gagawin mo ng dashboard yan. No? Sa amin na lang, sa akin na lang, no? May dashboard kami para sa sales, may dashboard kami para sa finance, may dashboard kami para sa HR, may dashboard kami para sa supply chain, 'di ba? May dashboard kami para sa logistic, and so on and so forth. So kasi ang common mistake na ginagawa ng data analyst ngayon, sa isang dashboard nandoon lahat. Okay, wag ganon kasi otherwise walang focus at hindi mo alam kung ano minomonitor natin. So dashboard could monitor or improve kahit isang process lang. So sa case ng ganito, kung mapapansin natin, isa lang naman ang tinutukoy nito. Target. Dapat at the end of the month, ma-monitor natin kumusta yung target natin. Yung sales ba natin, na-achieve ba yung target? Yun din yung focus nito. Wala nang iba. Di ba? Nag-focus ba ako by product? Hindi. Target lang talaga. Yun lang yun. Pero, ang result, the result of this dashboard, I increase the sales of the company 8 to 12% year over year. So, ibig sabihin, habang tumatagal, no, pataas ng pataas yung sales namin. And with that, masasabi ko na nagampanan ko ang trabaho ko bilang isang data analyst because I am not focusing on Microsoft Excel alone, but I focus on how can I help my organization for their growth. Okay, so I think that we are good to go with that. No, maraming salamat sa pakikinig for this particular podcast at sana marami kayong natutunan dito sa ating session natin na to. So this session is not just about Microsoft Excel. Nilatag ko dito ano yung pwede mong gawin, in terms of Microsoft Excel lang yung alam mo. 'Di ba? Nilatag natin yung mga shocking truth, no, tulad ng matagal ka na sa Excel pero wala ka naman kayang gawin, no? Matagal ka na sa Excel pero basic lang pala yung alam mo at hindi mo nagagamit yung potential ng Microsoft Excel tulad ng Power Query, data modeling, ano pa ba? DAX at saka yung Power Pivot natin. Matagal ka na sa Excel pero hindi mo kayang mag-provide ng value sa company mo tulad ng nangyari dito. Matagal ka na sa Excel pero hindi mo kayang ibenta yung skills mo. Matagal ka na sa Excel pero hindi mo pinagkakita yung skills mo na yan. So with that, I think that we have to change our mindset that we have to master skills so that it could improve our life. Okay, so once again, this is Coach Abs at maraming salamat sa pakikinig for this our very first episode ng ating Abs the Analyst podcast at asahan natin na meron pa tayong mga susunod na maraming podcast na darating sa malapit na hinaharap at sana makatulong ito. And yes, of course, this is Coach Abs at ang pangarap natin maging data analytics capital of the world ng Pilipinas at magagawa lang natin to kung magtutulungan tayo at sisimulan natin ngayon. Adios.